Pros and cons of community colleges. Hi there, my name is Maria Gurieva. I'm the founder of StudyAmerica, and we help international students from all over the world get accepted to top US universities. And in this video, I would like to talk about community colleges. A lot of students are interested in that opportunity, but might be a little bit confused. What are the pros and cons? And what things should be considered about community colleges? In this video, I want to talk more about community colleges and everything you need to know before making that decision. Let's go. What is a community college? So in the United States, after you graduate from high school and you want to continue your education, you have two options. You can apply straight to a four-year college and get a bachelor's degree afterwards, or you can apply to a community college, which is a two-year college, after which, if you want to finish your bachelor's, you transfer to a bachelor's degree to a four-year college to their third grade, and then to their third year. And so you study 2 years in a community college, and then you study for 2 more years in a four-year college for your third and fourth final year, and for your junior and senior year. And so your first year and second year is in the community college, and then your third and fourth year is in the four-year college. A lot of students consider this opportunity because there are some advantages of a community college. The community college is much cheaper. So if we talk about from $30,000 to $60,000 to $70,000 a year for a four-year college, then the community college we talk about $10,000, maybe $12,000 a year for studying. So it's much cheaper. And sometimes you even might get a discount. You save a lot of money on the first years, on the first 2 years, and then you only need to pay full price for the third and fourth year. It looks like an advantage, right? It's cheaper. It's more affordable. It's also easier to get in. Four-year colleges, of course, are very different. They can be really hard to get in if we're talking about top universities, and they can be really easy to get in, and even 100% chance that you get in. And of course, looking at your credentials, looking at your application, you might find very nice universities where you will find it very easy to get in. The community colleges are basically taking everyone. You just need to do what they require, send the requirements, send the application, and most likely they will get you. And this is also attractive to a lot of students, to a lot of international students, to a lot of students who struggle with their English, although you do need to prove your English and you do need to provide your TOEFL results, but the requirements are lower than in a four-year college. And if you struggle with grades, anything that you struggle with as an international student academically is not as important for a community college and might not become as crucial as when you're applying to a four-year college. And then within the community college, you can really study very well and then have a better chance to get into a four-year college on the third year and study there for 2 more years. So it is cheaper, it is easier to get in. You can still go to a four-year college and finish your bachelor's. It is also flexible, so if you combine your studies with work, you can also be flexible about your classes and your schedule. A lot of advantages, and when you're an international student, or even if you're in the United States, you might look at your options, your academic options after high school, and you might secure yourself some sort of education, and community colleges can help you with that. And especially being an international student, you might find it hard to prepare full application to a four-year college. It definitely requires you much more effort, and then the community college might be a good option where you can apply and get into with less effort. But of course, we need to talk about cons as well. What is not so good about community colleges? Well, first of all, yes, you do save money on the first 2 years, which makes it much more affordable to get a bachelor's degree. But the problem is, when you transfer from a community college to a four-year college, you are not qualifying for financial aid. You cannot qualify for financial aid because transfer students do not get financial aid. The universities provide financial aid to first-year students. And when you're transferring from community college to a four-year college, they consider you a transfer student, and so they do not provide you financial aid. So you kind of saved a lot of money on the first 2 years, but then you pay full price on the third and fourth year. And at the same time, however, if you applied directly to a four-year college, you can get financial aid, which is guaranteed within all 4 years of your studies, and then it can end up being much cheaper than paying full price for the third and fourth year. And for example, you pay, let's say, $10,000 on the first and second year in community college, then you transfer and you pay $60,000 or $70,000 a year for your third year and your fourth year. And if you're applied straight to this to the four-year college, you can, I guess, pretty easily get 50% discount at least. And then each year of your studies would be not $60,000 but $30,000. This way we see that you don't save that much money. And applying to a four-year college, you can get much more financial aid than 50%. You can actually apply and get full financial aid. There is a chance. Whereas if you take the community college path, there is no chance that you will be paying less money and you cannot just be lucky and get that full financial aid. Here you know for sure the money that you're paying. And then when you're applying for a four-year college, if your application is strong, you can study there for free, and I think it's a great chance to take. Overall, applying to a four-year college and getting financial aid, and 50% is not that hard to get, and if you want to get 50%, definitely come to my free masterclass where I talk about how to do that. But among my students, 50% financial aid is not hard. Like pretty much everyone gets at least 50% of financial aid. So it's already much cheaper than the community college path. But a lot of my students get more than 50%, and then definitely they save even more money, or they even have a chance to study there for free, which also happens quite often, at least among my students. And this way, first of all, the money problem, you have to consider the money problem. It's not as good as it looks like on the first sight. Yes, it's cheap on the first 2 years, but this is the end of it. Another thing that is important to know about community colleges is that the education itself is not considered as prestigious as any four-year college. So community colleges do not have a very good reputation, and they are viewed as colleges for those who struggle with their studies and who didn't have a chance to go to a four-year college. This is the opportunity for them. Sometimes, if your goal is to go to a very prestigious university, after community college, it might be extremely difficult, because they would have a question: why did you go to community college? Why didn't you apply to a four-year college straight after school? So you're already taking that not so nice reputation with you, and you have to do something with that reputation to make your application stronger. A lot of community colleges do have partnerships with public schools in the same state, so sometimes you're kind of you have that partnership and you have that preparation for that college, and you can more or less even guarantee yourself that transferring to a public school. Public schools are much cheaper than private schools, but still you have to consider what your ambitions are. And if your ambitions are high, then this might be not a journey for you, because you will have to do something with their reputation. Some community colleges try to solve their reputation, try to become more prestigious, but still overall the thinking of community colleges in the country, in the academic field, in the field of college acceptance, is that it is an easy college to get in, and then maybe there's something wrong with your academic achievements that you chose that path. Overall, I recommend that you still consider the fourth-year college. Another thing is that you can apply for a four-year college, and if something goes wrong, you can always have that safety option of community colleges, because the deadlines to community colleges are mostly much later than the deadlines for the four-year colleges, and you can still be flexible. If something goes wrong with the four-year college, you can go to a community college to have that education. But at the same time, I definitely recommend to try to get into a four-year college first, because you have a much better chance of getting financial aid, saving a lot of money, not having those student debts, at least those huge student debts, or maybe not even any of it, and you also have a more prestigious education, and it will be easier for you to find a job later, and in 2 years you won't have to deal with transferring and this whole process all over again. And I definitely recommend that you start with a four-year college, you try to get in, it gives you more advantages, and then if something goes wrong, you can go to a community college, because this is also a path. And you can also save money on the first 2 years, and it's easy to get in, so you'll probably get in. This is my advice. And in order to get into a four-year college and get a prestigious education and get to that financial aid, definitely check out my free masterclass, where I talk about all the steps necessary to take in order to get into your dream school, in order to secure your chances, in order to be accepted to the university of your dream and get that financial aid. And I will talk about how you can guarantee yourself the chance of getting into the university of your dream and getting that financial aid. I'll talk about all the tips, all the tactics, and the whole strategy of getting to the university of your dream. And I will also share my own experience of applying and getting accepted to Columbia University, and of course the stories of my students who got into the most prestigious universities in the United States and got full financial aid. Please sign up for the masterclass right now. The link is in the description. And if you like this video, please press the like button and share your thoughts in the comments. And do not forget to subscribe to my channel, because we have a lot of very useful videos here about the process of applying to the United States. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my free masterclass and in the next videos. Bye bye!